Okay, hi, my name is Mel, and I'm going to be talking about network security controls. And I'm talking about obviously networks in terms of a business. And I'm going to try and keep this as non technical as possible. So, network security controls are the tactical mechanisms, mechanisms, policies, tools, devices used to protect any companies, organizations, digital infrastructure, traffic and data from unauthorized access, misuse, or cyber attacks. These controls ensure the network maintains confidentiality, integrity, and availability, CIA triad. And so, to build a defense in depth strategy, network security controls are divided into some different categories. There's by architectural type and functional objective, the two main ones. So, architectural types of controls. So, network controls are structured across three distinct layers to ensure human, physical, and digital vulnerabilities are all addressed. Technical controls, they can be software and hardware configurations that actively monitor and protect and encrypt data flowing along or resting within the network or while it's being used. So data at rest is while it's resting, data in transit is while it's moving, and data in use is obviously while it's been used. Physical controls, so tangible security measures designed to prevent unauthorized personnel from physically tampering with network equipment. And administrative controls, frameworks, things like user permissions, corporate procedures, and other things like that, dictating on how network resources can be handled. So, what are the objectives, the functional objectives of controls? Controls are categorized by the specific job they perform during a potential security incident. So, preventive controls block threats and attacks before they pierce the network, all right, before they get in. So, firewalls they filter data traffic based on strict rule sets. There's network segmentation, splits networks zones to stop lateral movement. VPNs and encryptions. It obfuscates and secures remote connections and data in transit. Network access control. A NAC authenticates identity, so authenticates user identity and device health before granting connection. Then there's detective controls. So you could have actively scan and flag active malicious activity or anomalies. So you can have intrusion detection systems, inspects network packets for signature-based malicious patterns. SIEM systems or system information event monitoring aggregates or collects, in other words, and logs alerts across network devices to highlight threats. Network behavior analytics monitors baseline traffic to spot anomalous data spikes. There's corrective options. Repair, isolate, and remediate systems after a security incident has occurred. So corrective controls, automatic containment, automatically blocks an IP or shuts down switch ports when a breach triggers an alarm. Backup and recovery keeps isolated redundant network configurations and data images. Incident response playbook. Programming, so these are just actions that you've got in a list or steps executed by a security operations center or SOC team to wipe threats. There's industry standard implementations to do network control. So there's good zero trust networks, which you should have, operates at a strict principle of never trust, always verify, demanding continuous validation of every user and endpoint device. There's SIS controls, specifically prioritizing Control 12, which is network infrastructure management, and Control 13, network monitoring and defense. And this adheres to the SIS critical security controls, and I'll cover them elsewhere. Essential 8, ISM. Australian organisations closely model network segregation and gateway access via the cyber.gov.au's network guidelines to isolate highly critical operation technology, so OT, from standard enterprise infrastructure. That's something you should be doing, yes. So, look, these are just, I'm going to talk a bit more about it. So, look, network security controls are tools and policies that keep the network safe from unauthorized access, attacks, and data loss. So, a firewall is like the traffic guard. It checks what enters and leaves the network. A VPN creates a secure tunnel for remote users and encrypts their data. Intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system. Watches network activity. IDS detects and IPS also block attacks. SIEM, or System Information Event Monitoring, collects logs from across the system and analyzes them for threats. Network segmentation divides the network into zones so threats can't spread easily. All right, so this is the bare basics for network security controls. And I will talk more about some of these concepts in different videos elsewhere. Thank you for your time.